Hi, I'm Anthony Kearns, and today I'm going to give you a very quick introduction to the new HymnQuest 2013 software. Now, this short demonstration is really for those of you who've perhaps just bought HymnQuest and wanted a whistle-stop tour just to give you an idea of how it works and what you can do. So this is our home screen, and from here you can get to all of the various different features within the program, and we've divided the data up into indexes much as you'd find in the back of a hymn book. So we have an index of first lines and choruses, authors and sources, Bible references and so on. So we dive straight in and click on the index of first lines. That then takes us into the database, and there are 43,000 first lines and choruses listed. And the quickest way, if you know the opening words of a hymn that you're looking for, is to type it into the box up here. So if I was looking, for example, for Timothy Dudley Smith's Tell His Praise, I could type Tell His, and in fact there we are, I've typed two words and already I've found the particular hymn that I'm looking for, Tell His Praise in Song and Story. The full text appears there, we have details about the author and the copyright notice. And over on the right hand side here we have various different tabs which give further information that we might want to know about this particular hymn. And it's worthwhile remembering that any of the text that you see in blue, you can click on that as a link to take you through to further information about that particular item. So we can see here we've got the author is Timothy Dudley Smith, the copyright holder, a list of the various different tunes to which we've found this hymn has been set in the various different books, a list of Bible chapters and books that are pertinent, as well as any themes that are particularly useful for this hymn. On the Books tab we can see the various different books that we've found it indexed in, and we've included the actual number that you will find it in those books. And under supplementary information, there you are, you can see that it was written in 1976 and there are various tunes that are recommended. And also we have a listing there, again a full copyright status for this particular text as we have it. Now if all we wanted to do was to print that text or put it into PowerPoint, we could simply click on the printer icon. It will tell us what the copyright situation is for this text, and as we have a CCL license we can copy it, so we say I accept. Here it comes up with a screen asking us for the date that we were going to copy it, because we might want to have to tell CCL which hymns we've used for a given Sunday, or we might want ourselves just to go back and look and say what hymn did we use for a particular occasion. Having clicked on the date, we could then just print the text exactly as it is. We could click the copy button to copy it to the clipboard, and then we could paste it into another song projection program such as Zion Works or Easy Worship or something. Or we could click on the PowerPoint button. Now the PowerPoint feature does only work within the Clue, the copyright version of HymnQuest. You can't do this within the standard version, I'm afraid. But what we've done there, it's loaded the text up onto the left hand side, and then clicking the preview button has generated an individual slide for each verse, and we can change the background colours or the colour of the font or the size of the font, or we could put a picture or whatever we want. We have full flexibility there to produce our PowerPoint slide presentation that we can then save and will then be ready for use at church on Sunday. So I'll just quickly show you some of these links that will take you to. If we clicked on Timothy Dudley Smith, it would take us to our index of authors. There are 7,900 authors and sources listed, and we can see in this case a photograph and a very short biographical note about Bishop Dudley Smith, together with a link to the various 427 full text or first lines and choruses that we have listed for Timothy Dudley Smith. And if we just go back, we could click on a tune. The plus there indicates that we have the full music available. So most of the tunes, for about 25,000 of the tunes, we have the opening notes that we can play back like so. And that's there really as an identification. You can say, yes, that's the tune that I'm looking for, and it will tell you all the books that you find that particular tune in if you needed the full music. However, this particular tune, we do have the full music as a PDF file, so we could simply just print that out for our organist, or we all have a scorched version as well, so we could play the full music. Or we could say, oh well, that's a bit low, perhaps today we'd like to sing it a bit higher, let's just have it a major second higher, like so. And we could say, oh yeah, that's better, and we could then print out again that for our organist to play from. So that's a very useful feature, and we don't have that obviously for the 25,000 tunes, but we do have it at the moment for well over 1,300 public domain tunes. So just then going back to our full texts, we started this search, if you remember, from the opening words of a hymn. We may want to start another way and start with the theme, so we could choose a theme such as forgiveness, or forgiveness by God, or forgiveness by us, and you will get a whole list of hymns there down in the left hand box here that are particularly pertinent, for hymns that are particularly pertinent to this theme that we've got. And all, as you see, all of the other information appears as we scroll through the data. Or we could do the same thing for the biblical index, so we could choose a book of the Bible, and so forth. Or we could start with the lectionary. If we use the lectionary, we could say we're in year A, this is our particular Sunday, and these are the readings, and then we can get a list of hymns that are pertinent to each of those readings. So there are lots of different ways of approaching the data and of starting. And probably the best thing to do is really just to have a play around and click around. You're not going to break anything, and it's great fun looking. Now, if you don't know the opening words of a hymn, but perhaps you're looking for a word that happens to appear in the third verse or something, you could do a search and say, show me all the hymns, I've already done it there, look, and that contain a particular word. So we could say, show all the hymns that have the word planet in them. And there we are, there are 78 hymns that have got the word planet, and the word gets highlighted here, that we've searched for. And we can even do that with tunes. So if you know, if you don't know the name of a tune, but you know how it goes, and you don't know even who wrote it or anything, you could go to our virtual keyboard and you could say, show me all the tunes that start with a particular series of intervals. So like so. Don't know if there are going to be any. Oh, there were 20 tunes that start with those particular intervals, and as you can see, it doesn't matter what key you play it in. It'll still come up with the tune because it's based on the actual shape of the melody itself. So that's great fun to play around. You could play around with that all day. So thank you for watching. That's all we've got time for today for this whistle stop tour, but hopefully it'll give you a good idea to get you started, to have an understanding of how it works. Do let us know of any suggestions that you have for making it even more useful, because we're always open to new ideas. And do of course follow us on Facebook and Twitter, and to keep up with the latest news and developments with the HymnQuest project. Thank you very much. Goodbye.